Hey y'all, just wanted to make a short little video here of a question I get asked a lot when it comes to 3D printing, and that's what brands do I recommend? Now, I started with zero experience year and a half ago, didn't know a thing about 3D printing outside of I seen them, thought they were pretty cool, thought, hey, I'd like to try it out. Now, my first machine is completely broke. I retired it. It was too much of a headache, but it was the Ender 3, similar to this one here. This one here is the better version of the Ender 3. Mine was bare basic. This one is a little bit more, but I bought like the cheapest one I could find on Amazon. They had decent reviews. I really don't recommend anything without an auto leveling bed. This one here is okay, very noisy, not encased. I do have a case for it in the garage, but I kind of ran out of room in here, so this has been in my son's room, and he was making some ducks for me, but it had some issues. We fixed it, however, it's still having issues, so I think we have another issue going on. Anyway, it definitely does a good job on certain things, and all my printers do better jobs at certain ones than others. This Quiddy, I have the X Plus 3. It has a larger printing bed than some of my Bamboos, and it's very fast, just like Bamboos. However, it is significantly more noisy than the Bamboos. It's the exhaust fan on the back of it that it's noisy. I've done some research, watched some YouTube videos on a way you can replace that fan with a different deal, and I haven't messed with it. I'm still thinking I'm going to get rid of this one and buy another Bamboo. But I will tell you, for entry level, anybody who doesn't know a lot about printing, you absolutely cannot find a better printer for the price than this Bamboo A1 Mini. You can see my hand here for size comparison. Anyway, it right now I'm seeing on Bamboo's website $199 for that. Definitely recommend it. Now, you can add additional attachments to do this multicolor. All Bamboos can. That's another reason why you don't have to buy it up front. The A1 and the A1 Mini have a slightly different design, actually significantly different design for the AMS multi-spool deal, which is like this one here and this one here. These go with the P1S and the X1 Carbon. P1S is reasonably priced at like $500 or $600, I think. The X1 Carbon, when I bought it as the set with some extra accessories, I mean, at the time I paid like $1,700 for it, but they've come down in price now. I added that one later. And actually you can hook 4 of these up to one machine, so you can do 16 colors at a time. I have 2 of them, so occasionally if I have a print that I need to do multicolors, more than 4 colors, I'll hook them up together, but right now I have one hooked to each machine. Bamboo has probably the best software out there. I can actually print from my phone. Their website, all the files and everything on there are free. It's very easy, I actually had a friend who I've reached out for a lot of help over the course of trying to learn this. He recommended Bamboo off the bat. They did not have that A1 Mini, and I didn't want to spend the money for the A1 at the time. It was a little pricier still. Now they've come down in price. So I went with the cheap Ender, and it does work, like I said, but I replaced a lot of parts over the course of 6 months on those, just different stuff that would wear out, that I have very little issues across the Bamboo brand. Quiddy has given me a little bit of problems. My biggest complaint about Quiddy is I keep getting an error code on the firmware, and I cannot seem to figure it out. I've done research on it. I'm on some Facebook groups. I'm not the only one having the issues. It'll do okay. Like right now I'm doing a set of 9 of these standard size ducks. I'll show you those. and it prints those fine. These here, these are for some upcoming cruises. When I try to print a larger duck, like for instance, this guy, it would only do about half of it, and then it would give me an error code, and I just wasted a bunch of filament. So I'm not recommending that to anybody until they can figure that out. And I'm not having a lot of luck. I really have been very pleased with Bamboo. And no, I'm not sponsored by Bamboo at all. But I pay full price just like everybody else. I'm sure there's a few people that get better deals, but yeah, I just have had very good luck with them. I don't think there's anything that I've run into that I haven't been able to figure out fairly easy with Bamboo. There's a large community of Bamboo users. I think they've kind of leading the market in everything right now. Everybody's kind of copying them too. So I'm sure there's going to be some other brands out there that are similar and that may be worth the money, but I've just kind of on the idea that I don't want to waste money on something to try it. I would rather stick with something that I know that works. And going back a year ago, for a starter, I was recommending the Ender 3 with the auto leveling because it is a fairly reliable printer. But I have a lot of little parts that I'm always replacing for some reason. But I also would tell people the only reason I used mine as much as I did is because I switched the nozzle out to a 0.6 or a 0.8 nozzle to make it plug up less, and it seemed to do way better, and I got really good prints off of it for ducks. Every printer seems to do stuff a little bit different than others, but I've kind of learned to adjust my files to fit each printer. For instance, I could show you, actually I do have one over here. I noticed some of these files I need to fix, but on the Bamboo, the bottom layer for some reason was giving me a fit. Now, I did learn that my file needed adjusting a little bit. Plus, I've also kind of learned to make some prints when I do want to. I do want to avoid that. I've added some writing around the bottom, like for instance this one here. I added the "Come Seek" on there, Royal's little phrase, and I've avoided, for some reason when doing that, even though the back is still exposed, it's still letting me print. Now I put a 0.8 nozzle in this guy. This one has a 0.6 and this has a 0.4. So this will do my fine details. That's printing these right here with a surfboard. They can actually be an ornament if you want. Just a little file I came up with, and I did the purple with the white stripes, and then the pink in the middle there is glow in the dark. So hopefully it'll add a little something. But I just kind of wanted to come on and tell you guys what I recommend, because I get asked that question a lot, and thought, you know what, I'm just going to make a quick video about it. If you do go with Bamboo, let me know what you think, or if you're using a different brand that you recommend, I'd love to hear about it. So, but that's my 2 cents.